News Avenue igama uSizwe Plus silana namhlanje ezimbali sizobona umkhumbula kahle ngizokutshela futhi nami nangaye uBheki Mtolo sinaye namhlanje sizokhuluma naye about this and that. Uyazi ukuthi izinto ezenzeka eMzansi ziningi, so kuningi esizokukhuluma kulesikhathi esincane esidaso. Ngithi sincane because I'm sure kuningi kuzofanele sikhulume naye. Angibingelele Mr Mtolo.
Sawubona futhi konje.
Awu nobhala ufoma nobhala.
Siyabonga
kakhulu. Kumnandi ukuba lana sibonge nje ukuthi kwischedule sakho ukwazile ukusifaka. Ngiyazi ukuthi nendoda emaxhaphisho.
Hayi ngiyabonga ngikwazile ngoba ningithole kahle ekseni ngizoba busy yimini.
Kodwa mhlawumbe nje before siqale Mr Mtolo ngicabanga lento ukuthi adlulise nje ama condolences sizwile ukuthi ilunga le-ANC liqavile kade lifihlwa.
Alifihlwanga lifihlwa ngomgqibelo. Angithi ngicabanga ukuthi ukhuluma ngo-Dr. Ntuthuko.
Dr. Ntuthuko Bahlaba. No, it's fine. It's fine. Beyikanjalo nje sifisele ukuthi adlule kahle alale ngoxolo nje makuvele lethi sifo. But Mr Mtolo, I think isokhuluma nje siqale inkulumo yethu nje on a lighter note. Ubhizi ngani Mr Mtolo?
Because the ANC work, I get the head of organizing membership and campaigns in the province.
Okay. So are you ready for the 4th of November, man?
I think we're more than ready.
Is it?
We're more than ready. Our systems are now fully fledged. We are now fully fledged. We're more than ready.
Hi, bo.
Now we're more than ready.
Ngiyakuzwa Mr Mtolo. But
for example, we saw on the open registration, the first open registration, I think we're the most well-organized party in all VTs. We're more than ready. We got a huge machinery.
Shooting convinced to ukhetho nje nalithatha.
Yeah, we got a huge machinery. I think we will do far better than what we did in 2024. For example, if you look at our community meetings that elect candidates, the attendance is so huge. It's so huge. Participation is so huge. It's ranged between 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in some of the wards. Yeah. People are enthusiastic to participate in the selection of candidates of ANC councillors.
So ngokweMets niyayithatha.
For now, things looks good. Yeah.
But ukhuluma ngawonke ama-regions or mhlampe khona amanye engakabi.
Now, of course, there will be those regions that other parties are stronger than us, of course. But if you look at the provincial map, we are looking very good. We're looking very good.
Omunye umuntu uzothi, hey, Mr Mtolo, but kune-situation la engathi nithole niphambana nemvula. Ekakhulukazi lolu daba lolu oluthinta March and March.
No, not necessarily. I think there's a campaign, of course, trying to isolate us on the matters. But if you look at I think SG has made about 3 media briefings about that. Even our statements are clear that we support the issue of managing illegal immigration because it poses a risk in terms of security, in terms of crime, in terms of level of imbalance in the level of job opportunities. But remember, we are a ruling party. We, of course, will be more responsible than any other person. For example, while we do that, we must not create an impression that we are just fighting foreign nationals, especially from Africa. Because if you look at our trading partnership in the global village, Africa constitutes more bigger chunk of what we trade more with Africa, followed by the East, by China, and then it's gonna be Europe and USA. Then you cannot want to undermine that market, because if you undermine that market, you get, what South Africans should know is that if you get isolated in Africa, South Africa, this economy will collapse. We will be like these countries that that are not good in terms of economic, and that's why citizens are flocking. But all from Nigeria, Bangladesh to South Africa. Then, while you do that, you support citizens and all that, but you must be responsible when you're in government, because you know things details of things. With what is our relationship in terms of economic relationship with DRC, with Botswana, with Zambia, with Mozambique, and all that. You must balance. Look at this, the address of the president. The president, remember, is the head of state. He's not like Bheki Mtolo. Bheki Mtolo can get away with saying certain of the things when he says them, while he's a leader of the ANC, is prominent. But even if people say, but there's no leader in KZN who says this thing, president can be able to say, but he has no authority in the country. But there are things that president can say which can jeopardize the relations of South Africa with African countries.
Yeah, but anything for we check la Mr. Mtolo ukuthi beni briefer u-SG ngeze ukhuluma ngo-SG ukuthi use waba nama press briefing, but ngathi akekho in touch with what is happening on the ground.
No,
Central Nina as leadership.
I doubt. I think Sizwe, you must just pay attention to what SG is saying. Pay attention to the statement of the ANC. Pay attention to what he said. He's much in touch with what happens on the ground. He's much in touch with what happens in the ground. But as I'm saying, this is the SG of a ruling party.
Yeah.
It's not an SG of a opposition that still wants to take over power. If I still want to take over power, I can say I want to double social grant.
Yeah.
I can say all these crazy things. But you can't expect that to be said by Mbalula because he knows the fiscus, he knows everything. Then he must act responsible at all material times.
He said it ngibuza lo mbuzo Mr. Mtolo kunama situations la engicabanga ukuthi you and I understand them better if usila eKZN. Lana sikhuluma ngama illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Illegal immigrants. Ngeze ukuthi bese ukhuluma nanga relationship namanye amazwe, but amanye amazwe futhi nawo awahambisani nama illegal immigrants. It looks like ngoku understanda nelento ye march and march bona bakhuluma ngama illegal immigrants nama consequences sometimes okuba khona kwabo izinto abazenzayo eziphuma eceleni. Ngicabanga ukuthi i-call le ekhishiwe ukuthi mhlambe babuyele emakhaya bakusho based ekuthenini kuyadestroyeka kunokuthi kwakheke if we've got this illegal mhlambe beso underline le why mhlambe ngikhuluma ngoMbalula ukuthi kubuye kube inkinga usuka ipoliticize kakhulu i-movement. Understand ukuthi march and march I think basetshenziswa political, but you and I understand ukuthi even before there was uzwakele Mncango, I'm sure uyamazi uzwakele Mncango leqembu lakhe babekhona ekuqaleni kwalento, understand, but manje uyeza ukuthi uMbalula usestika kwi-MK but i-IFP bikhona, these other political formations abekhona ehambisana futhi ne-march and march to extent with some of even of your leaders. Ngike ngambona uPastor Dube, ngike ngambona uNcaphanana
who was booed. Who was booed when he spoke?
Who was booed because mhlambe involvement
it's because
we embrace from the start.
He was booked because within remember, we must understand a huge organization like March and March, which has grown so big that it has been joined by Ubuntu Nsizwa Foundation, it has grown so big. But you can't deny that we are not fools. We are staying here. One thing you can outmatch us, but not in the political terrain. We've been there. Now we can see elements, not necessarily Umangobese, not necessarily Ungizo Nophakela Umthakathi, but we can see elements that want to hijack the March and March, who come there not genuinely as participants, but with the hope to redirect it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Hence, if you remember, there was a time when a week built up to the 30 June, there was an emphasis from the leaders because they've realized that this thing is going to be hijacked. It's going to lose its meaning. There was an emphasis from leaders that this is apolitical. Let's not wear political T-shirts. Let's not come, even if we come as political leaders, but let's not project ourselves as if we are representing our political parties. Because they were starting to see with their elements. On the 30th, there's a leader of a youth of a political party that insulting Phakela Umthakathi. He's saying I must remove my political T-shirt. He's talking. You see, because he realizes that they are starting to see the shenanigans that are being done. It's not necessary to say Marsh and Marsh as an organization. We are dealing with elements that wants to redirect Marsh and Marsh from its core mission to political party interest.
But
let's not discuss Balule. It would be very difficult if I can come here and discuss my SG.
No, it's fine. But
if you
all
want
I'm
him,
saying,
call him into your podcast.
no,
He must answer for himself.
Israelite is the face of the organization. Sometimes it's very difficult to touch all izinto ezi ungayithathi into esho SG. But kukhona le uJacinta futhi ayisho repeatedly. This is said by most of our leaders ANC indaba ye-xenophobia. Yini difficult to understand ukuthi we love our brothers from the north, but if bengena kwi-country kuhle ukuthi bangene ngamaphepha aqondile. Is it difficult to understand that?
No, we understand it very well. That's
because
why
you end up.
That's why even our pronouncement are clear on that. That's why everything. But we in understanding that doesn't mean we must condone when you call them Korekwer. We can't condone that.
Okay.
When you call them Amakwerekwer are
no, that
when
is
you say
unfortunate.
illegal immigrants must go, we are with you, 100%.
Yeah.
We are 100% with you. That's why now I think you've realized Home Affairs is employing 300 immigration officers because we are trying to respond to the call of our people to say enforce the law and all that. Because Marsh and Marsh is saying is not. There's something you are not. People are missing, and Jacinta has been saying this. Marsh and Marsh is not saying their anger is directed on illegal immigrants. It is directed at government to enforce the law because the law is there.
Yeah.
The law is clear.
Yeah.
Immigration Act Section 2 is clear. Is there. Then they say government. That's why government now, through President Ramaphosa in the last cabinet, they've released mandated Home Affairs to employ more immigration officers to enforce the law. That's why the president has established a multi-disciplinary team that has got Minister of Home Affairs, Deputy Ministers of Home Affairs, that's got a Minister of Justice, Mabuloko Kubai. It's a response to the call of our people. Now, but we are responsible that once you call them Mama Kwerekwer, we have a duty to caution our citizens.
Yeah.
Your anger, no matter how painful it is, but don't slip to xenophobic attitudes. Because once you call them Mama Kwerekwer, it becomes then, and I think you've seen some of the videos where people will march. Not the whole march, but certain few individuals would call it Amakwerekwer. I think we will agree with us.
No,
it will be responsible of the ANC and government, or any leader of government, by the way, to say no, it's a good thing to say those things.
No.
We're just dealing with those things because while we support our citizens, but we must not support them even when they do something that is wrong.
Yeah.
You see, you can't say you are wrong to say when people are marching for a clinic and burning a school. When you condemn the violence of burning a school, then you say we are wrong. We are right. We are right to support them with that they must demand for the clinic. We must support them with our heart. But we must also condemn them when they start to burn a school in the quest for demanding a clinic. And I think that's what has also happened in this, because one thing that we are not appreciating in this protest, which I think we must appreciate and learn from them, is that because of the leaders that were putting more emphasis on the peaceful protest and the not disruption of property and all that, you see, marching people almost a week in various cities, more than 2,000, 3,000, and not even a single shop has been looted. Not even a single public property has been disrupted. To me, it's a huge achievement for democracy in South Africa. We must learn from that. Now, it lives in the next because there are many issues. The issue of illegal immigration will fade away. Some other issues will arise. Then everybody will now want to take action on the street. Will now learn that you can take action on the street, but you can also do it peacefully. Because remember, one thing, for example, in case that, and I think what we have underestimated is the impact of July unrest in 2021. You know, you meet people who are still not employed even today because their companies were destroyed.
Yeah.
They're still not employed today. Those are people from the townships. Those are our people from the townships.
Mhlawumbe
Now,
Mr. Mtolo.
the issue of condemning violence in
Yeah.
some, and because I can tell you, some of us have been part of marches. That's why when we were marching, some of us, when we were youth, you will make sure that you organize marshals in the march. Because you know, when you organize a march, there's a part when you do what is called risk in the march. You analyze risk. You say, what if rogue elements come and want to hijack our march? What will you do?
Yeah.
You say, let's bring marshals. You will bring marshals in this at the backyard. There must be seasoned people. At the front, there must be seasoned people. In the sideline, there must be seasoned people. Because you know, unless you are naive, while I'm planning for this good cause, there will be when we are marching for water. There will be somebody who will say, let's go and burn the mayor's house. You must also prepare that there will be some provocateur, agent provocateur, who will want to burn in mayor's house. Once it burn in mayor's house, then in the headlines, it's no longer that we're demanding water. It's that thugs have burned the mayor's house.
Yeah.
Then we have to control that it doesn't happen.
But at the end of the day, mhlambe i-blame enkulu iya laphana ku-government. Because ugovernment unama-resources. Khona manje ugovernment usukhumbulile ukuthi ezinye izinto zibhilonga kuwona. Kanti ukuba ama-borders abeqinile, amaphoyisa enze umsebenzi wawo. Mhlambe ngaba sinayo le crisis ye-illegal immigration kwe-country. Understand? And then manje abantu sebeyasukuma. Because yini enza abantu basukume besi-analyze this thing? Ukubona iy'nhlaka zezomthetho ey'melele nokuthi kufanele ngabe ziyadila nalesi simo zingakwenzi lokho. I believe social movements like Obo March and March, these things zokungasebenzi komthetho ngendlela zinika ukuzaleka kwalezi zinto zobo March and March ngoba mhlawumbe ngaba yikho kuba
but plus
on
a broader perspective, if we are to be honest, on a broader perspective, those are symptoms. And I doubt if we deal with those symptoms, we'll solve the problem. Because let's say you take all the Swaziland people who are illegal in South Africa tomorrow and take them out of South Africa. How to stop them to come back tomorrow? If you know the port of Swaziland in South Africa. If you have been in Gwavong.
Yeah.
If you have been in Gwavong.
Yeah, no.
How to stop them to come tomorrow? They can go there for the week, of course, but they can come back. Nothing can stop them. Because there's no, you can't put a wall of policemen.
But the government in America.
No, that's realistic. You can't put a wall of policemen in that area up to the suit of people. You see, America, if you look at America, America's got 14 million illegal immigrants, mostly from Africa and Europe. If you go to America, if you leave Africa and Europe to America, there's only two modes of transport. It's either go on air or you go through port. You can't drive to America from Africa and from Europe. You can't drive. But why they still have so much illegal immigrants? You know why? Because somebody decides to go to America to and apply for a visa as a tourist. Then once it's America, New York is a big city, disappears to the city. Once the visa goes finished, they have to look him from Chicago, from New York. They can't find him. You see? That's why America today is got illegal. What about us? We got certain people, we got certain countries that our borders. That is not the issue. It is a symptom. If you are working, you can pay your school fees of your children to the best school you want. You can pay your own car. You can take your wife to a holiday and your kids anytime you want. You can eat out every weekend. Do you think they'll even know that your neighbor is a foreigner? Do you think you will even notice that, by the way, this guy next to me is from DRC? You don't even care this guy from DRC. What makes you care is that this economic situation has made you to be vulnerable. And then you start to say, I'm not working because of this guy who's working in this company. But if you're also working in your own company or you're working forever, you're running your own business, you don't even care about this guy. In fact, If this guy was working in that company and you are running your own company, you will go there. That guy will load some stuff that you are buying. If you are selling some stuff, if let's say we are running your own hardware.
No, granted. I
You understand?
take your time.
I'm saying the core issue here that we must face as South Africa is to grow our economy, create jobs. If we grow our economy and create jobs, I can tell you, you will see that hardly people will know that they are foreigners. For example, why the issue of foreign nationals is not a problem in suburb areas. They are there. In suburb areas, they are foreign nationals. Some of them, of course, are illegal, but they are separate. But it's not an issue because these people, they don't even know them, they don't even care about them because their life is good. But in the township, if I'm staying in a township, I now realize, no man, I'm not employed because of this guy. Okay, my spaza shop started to shrink in terms of profit and I closed it because of this Pakistani guy who came and opened 2 spaza shops next to me. Then that's why I'm now out of business. I'm starting, economic situation makes me now notice what makes me to be in this situation. Then you can solve the system. I'm not saying it's wrong to solve the symptom, but you must also focus more on the core issue, which is growing the economy and create jobs.
No, ngiyakuzwa sehle nayo ubheka intolo ilungu eliqavile le-ANC ulaphana kwe-organizing yama-elections.
No, organizing, general
organizing. No, sisehle nayo umntolo la kwe-News Avenue igama lami ngosizwe process ixoxa about this and that ake sivaleke manje yaba-illegal because kufuna sebese nethebe right ama-illegal foreigners. I understand noma besilele sithi hayi ama-foreigners ayithi khona illegal amanye illegal. I think into enkulu ile yama-illegal foreigners.
Yeah, that's why there was I think Constable Khatebe, he put it very in his court. I was very impressed the way he was simplifying the issue of saying, because people were starting to say that in the group, no, even legal ones. He said no, if you say legal ones, you see Nestle here is not a South African company. If you say legal ones, it means Nestle must close down. But when Nestle can't operate, then you know how many people are employed by Nestle started to realize this of chasing legal ones is dangerous because it means the multinational companies will shut down and leave the country.
No, that one was not far from being out of order, but it's fine. It's a big economy. But ngifuna sicheke enye into Mr. Mtolo mhlambe kuyona futhi ANC esithanda ukuba umkhuba but abantu abaningi abawuzwa kahle. Kukhethwe i-leadership democratically. Uzwe kuthiwa i-leadership isi-replacewa i-structure esithize sibamba kwesikhashana. Yenziwa indlela entsha leyo yokwenza izinto mhlambe kwe-ANC or something mhlambe mina bengingazi ebekade indala yenze ukuthi dissolve i-structure sekubekwa uhlaka olusha le-RTT le-PTT but labantu laba unfeeling ukuthi babetrayekile laba ebebevotele labantu bese kuqoko.
It's not a new thing, it's an old practice which is allowed by the constitution. That's why the constitution of the ANC remember it puts structures and give them certain responsibilities over management of the organization. You will have the branch which has a responsibility in a geographical area, in a ward. Then you will have a region which got certain responsibilities delegated by the PC in a particular geographical area, in a region, or district municipalities as they correspond. Then you will have a province, you will have national. Now, the constitution of the ANC says the National Executive Committee is the highest decision-making organ between conferences. It must lead the organization it must lead in the best interest of the organization, and it supervises lower structures. Same as the PC supervises lower structures. Now, if the National Executive Committee sits and in its own assessment feel that there are certain gaps, there are certain strengths you must do to this lower structure, either in KwaZulu-Natal or in Eastern Cape or in Gauteng, they are allowed to do that, especially in terms of Rule 12 of the ANC Constitution. They are allowed to do that. But if you are a member of the ANC, you won't be worried because you know this organization. By the way, if as the ANC our renewal was at a high peak, we should not be even having these questions, because if certain things happens, if you are removed as a mayor or as an elected structure, if you start to complain, they should be bringing you your form when you joined, which you also do when you renew every year. They should bring you rule 4 and say, can you read it for us here until you finish? Start to say, I'm begging Tolo, I solemnly declare that I'm joining the organization voluntarily without motive of material advantage and personal gain. They say, stop there, read it again. What do you mean here? Joining this thing voluntarily without motive of material advantage and personal. What do you mean? Now, when you say when you remove you as a mayor, you are complaining. What do you mean? You pass and say, I will respect the constitution, I will uphold the constitution, respect constitutional structures and all that duly adopted. You say, we say we'll respect what? The structures, okay? We're a structure, we've taken a decision, what's the problem? I will now breaking this oath. Tell us, are you breaking this oath? If you say, no, I'm still sticking to the oath, they say, okay, leave us. They should just do like that. It should be 5 minutes.
But Mr.
Just leave
President,
us.
ayibangwa ama-ulterior motives.
No, it can't be.
Kulabo abasuke bephethe ngaleso sikhathi.
No, it can't be ulterior. Let me talk about our case in KZN.
Yeah, nami bengifuna ukuthi
Yeah, let's talk about our case in KZN. KZN is a big province of the ANC. Okay, you see? Leave my assessment as Begim Dolo, who was a provincial secretary at that time. My own concrete analysis. Leave it. That's my own concrete analysis. But objectively, you got KZN that the ANC took it outright in 2009.
Yeah.
And it has been growing. Now, suddenly you just wake up at 17%.
Yo.
In 1994, remember?
Under your leadership.
In 1994, we were not even 17%. In 1994, we were around 30% or so. Now, you just wake up in 17%. Of course, as a national leadership, we want to say, I must strengthen the structure going forward. Let's strengthen the structure going forward. I doubt that would be a material motives, because it's not that you are Eastern Cape. We have dropped to 6%, but we are still stating at 6%. But here we have just been hollowed to bottom. We are at the base. You know? Then that intervention, to me, I don't see it as an ulterior motive. But when you see it,
So I understand what you contributed to it.
not necessarily contributed, but I'm saying there must be intervention. When you sit and you're outside, you start to see when things happen, you start to say, okay, here. Yeah, you start to appreciate that. I think the intervention ought to have happened. You must take it like that. Because sometimes when you are at the helm, remember, sometimes you don't see the blind spot. When you are at the helm, you don't see the blind spot. You will only see the blind spot when you are outside, or when you are not at the helm, 100% at the helm. Then, I still 100% believe that the intervention of the Legislative Committee in Gauteng, in KZN, was not based on arterial motives. Of course, this is the organization of human beings. It's too huge. People will have their own different views. But as a Kate of the ANC, who has been here for more than 30 years, I doubt it was a material advantage.
So,
because if it was ulterior motive, they should have disbanded us and sent us packing, go back home. They didn't do that. They strengthened us. Are you aware that people are in the PTT, 80% of them are the old PC? Remember, in the first reconfiguration, the old PC was restated 100%. They are not disbanded. People are No, I'm saying the first PC, the first reconfiguration, there was not, they were not disbanded. The whole PC, 100% was elected in a conference, we were retained, and certain components were added. We worked. We didn't meet the expectations, and we knew ourselves we didn't meet the expectations. And then the second reconfiguration, it fairly retained majority of those who were elected in conference. Of course, there were those who were out like Klaga and all that, but who are still playing a role in the provincial office. There's a job, there's a task that he has been given in the provincial office. It's all about that.
But none are born of flop away.
Not necessarily flop away. I don't want to put it. I mean, I don't put things like that. That is it was our flop. Everybody knows that if JZ didn't open MK, KZN was going to win. Any sober person, any person who defied logic. Those people of MK, I can tell you, those people of MK will never vote IFP. 80% of them are people who will never ever vote IFP. I can tell you now.
So intelligence,
those people who are in MK now, I can tell you now, 80% of them, they will never ever vote IFP. They will never ever vote DA. They will either do two things. They voted because they just voted Zuma, or they can just stay at home and not vote. Because remember, in eThekwini, if you analyze the rest of eThekwini, the people who voted MK in eThekwini in 2024, they started to not vote ANC in 2019. 593,000 of them, they stayed at home in 2019.
Yeah, no,
they didn't vote. They didn't vote in 2021. They came back as they
but
are with alternative. It's not people who, if Zuma didn't form MK, they ANC was, even if what's going to lose.
So, the outcoming as a disaster.
No. Can I confess?
Yeah.
Can I confess?
Yeah. No.
We knew that Zuma was going to cause a. That's why we called it a special extended PC. I think 21 or 22 December. We knew that Zuma was going to make a huge impact because remember, not because it's
but
Zuma.
But still, we're not. It was always tough.
Remember, because it's Zuma. He's a former president of the ANC. He's not just a small boy. He's a former president.
Following.
He's a former president of the ANC. When do you think if Cyril can form another party, ANC will survive? If Ramaphosa, 2029, forms another party, there's no way. He's a former president of the ANC. There's no way. That's why those who formed COPE, they tried hardly to link Mbeki to them because they knew if they link Mbeki, they will win ANC hearts and minds of the ANC people. Or if this thing is called our former president, it means it's genuine. But they failed. At least they failed more. This one was just forming a party and said, and then his messaging was very problematic. I'm the genuine one, fighting the fake one. You see, it was we knew that's going to, but I must confess, we never thought it's going to make it was going to be so much damage. I think we underestimated.
No, I underestimated.
On that No, I was convinced. No,
it was a call, Mr. Mton.
Yeah.
But going forward with ANC, I believe when in as a conference or something, because the PTT and by the second ASB PTT, it's like obuka at that distance. Now these people are now running away from conferences. Now what's going on with
No, not really. Remember, we
but
must, but we must be responsible. You can't be busy with the conference when you are going to elections, really. You know, elective conferences.
Yeah.
Now, if you say to a branch, go and convene a meeting to elect a council, go and elect delegates to a conference, and please do election work. This branch are giving 3 tasks. How sure you are that its energy will be in all the tasks? And we are setting yourself for failure. You must just allow the organization to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Then you finish, you go to elections. After elections, then you can start to prepare for the conference.
Why is it difficult to communicate such messages with ANC? Because
but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it don't make sense.
You understand? Unreact. You understand? And proactive with guys. Complete. Siyabona manje ukuthi leto conference
yeah, but our structures no.
No,
For example, you know what happened? We have agreed in KZN that let's run BPGMs. BPGMs is where you elect BECs. Then you elect candidate selection. But there are branches, because in branches, some of the comrades are very seasoned. There are branches who said to leadership, Tina, we don't think we are ready for a BC. We are agreeing on the council candidate, but we don't agree on who's going to be a chair and secretary. Now, if we're going to elect, we're going to go for a BC, we're going to fight, and that thing may spill off now when you go to a secretary and the chair of the branch. Can you allow us to not elect the chair, the BC? Because on the candidate, we agree on Sizwe. One Sizwe here, all of us. But we don't want Mtolo to be our chair. Mtolo wants to be our chair, but Tina want Unosip. And then we are divided on that. Now, can you allow us to focus on electing Sizwe, go to a community meeting, present Sizwe, come back with Sizwe, elect Sizwe wins? Then we start with our own dealing with the BC. That is a branch now. It's doing its own assessment. To say, that's why there were branches that were sitting PPHMs, there were branches that were not sitting PPHMs. Because they were doing their own analysis.
But abanye bacabanga ukuthi you were doing well as unobhala we KZN la, and you obviously vibrant. I don't know whether they can say the same line.
No. What I can say is that let me answer that. Is that James is doing well. Mabiakul did very well. James is also doing very well. And I think, of course, we are not the same. You can't expect Mbalula to be Mandashi. He won't be Mandashi. Mandashi won't be Mbalula. I won't be James, but where I sit, I feel comfortable that James is doing very well. Yeah, he's doing very well. It's just that he must be given a chance. He's doing very well.
But,
by the way, he's got a history. You see, he's got a history of doing well. Remember when he was the mayor of Ethekwini, he did very well. James did very well when he was the mayor of Ethekwini. If you remember in 2016, 2011 to 2016, James delivered 4 consecutive clean audits in Ethekwini.
And
even when he was a speaker. Remember, James started to be known when he was a speaker.
Yeah.
Something people they normally don't know speakers. James was known in the province when he was a speaker. You see, he was very, very prominent. That's why, if I can give you this information because it's old now, when we were dealing with the issue of putting a mayor in 2011, I was still in the deployment committee because I was the secretary of the youth league in 2011. They were starting to have. They were starting to have fights in the Ethekwini REC, but they were agreeing. All these factions, they were agreeing on James. No, on the mayor, one James. Then we tried bought and forth, but they stood firm. They stood firm. Youth League, Women's League, they stood firm, one James. And James didn't disappoint us. He led that term very good. Then, where I sit, James is doing well because it's got a good intentions of the organization.
Yeah, ngiyezwa manje besukuma sekuthiwa
Yeah, it's got good intentions.
I think baya ngokuthanda.
You can't doubt him on the intention of the organization.
But ke manje kuza ukhetho ke manje mhlawumbe mase I don't know ukuthi mhlawumbe nibuye ningabi angazi itheme right but ningayiqhingi ningabi proud goku boast angeni kwenzile iANC angithi izokutshela ukuthi ugovernment wayo wenze ABCD kodwa angathi aniphumeli kubantu just to remind them ukuthi mhlawumbe lo n bani 2 uwakheke ngesikhathi sethu kanjani understand but ngathi niyafeyila ukuyitshela not ukuyitshela wrong term ukuyiqhenya ngokwenkwenzile nokureminder ama voters ukuthi to the extent ukuthi aweke ukuthi khona abantu abathi ayenzi lutho.
I think it's a fair criticism, if I can. It's a fair criticism. Yesterday I went to Ngqudu. Of course, there are still service delivery challenges. Hey, I passed the clinic there. I think, I'm not sure it's called Stelimpilo or whatever, that clinic on the right if you go with that area to Ngqudu. I think it's about 30 kilometers from Ngqudu, if I'm not mistaken. So when we pass Babanang, between Babanang and Ngqudu, the clinic is on the, fuck, that clinic. You see, if you can be taken to that clinic and you are put there at night and you are asked where are you will never think you are in that area. You will think, no, this clinic is in Umlaas or in Wamash or somewhere else in Kamalak, in Market. You will never dream of that clinic there. Now, if you go to the schools we've built, to the hospitals we've built, have you ever walked to Pitlagazan? Can I challenge you? Just go to Pixel Castle. Just go and walk there. Just try to get this.
Where in town?
Yeah, in Guamash. Pixel Castle Hospital.
Yeah,
Then go and walk in that hospital. You will see the massive work that has been done by ANC government. You go to Aton Dembele School of
But majority of the people are bad.
I'm trying to say, your criticism is fair, that sometimes to package our message of what we have done and all that. But also there's something that I think we must increase in it. You see, at a time, I think it was last year, I had a time to go through the report of the Statistics General, Census 2022, just report, on key service delivery issues. That report starts from 1996 to 2022. It tells you how many people are connected of water in 1996, how many were in 2022. Electricity, roll out enrollment in universities, enrollment in senior phase of education. All these things are above 85%. They were in their 30s. Almost all of them. They were in their 30s, 30%, 36%, 40%. They are above 85%, 96% achievement.
Yeah.
It tells you how many houses have been built, how many people have benefited, so many millions. To tell you that this government has built 4.5 million houses from 1996 to 2022. Those are human beings, those are families that got title deeds.
But in defeat abantu abathi namasela.
Sidefeatwa abantu abamasela abathi amasela. What is problematic is that abantu abathi amasela ba amasela and they are known thieves. You see, ku stand umuntu who is accused.
Yeah.
A criminal, a known criminal. Athi umtolo isela. When now you are sitting here, you know umtolo is not a thief.
Yeah.
You know very well umtolo is not a thief. A thief will point me and say I'm a thief, and people start to believe that I'm a thief. You see? Now, I think I'm trying to say I agree with your criticism of saying sometimes we lack on packaging our message and speak to issues without being arrogant, without saying, because we must, in our packaging of our message and being proud of what we have done, we must also be cautious of not trying to put it in an arrogant way.
Yeah.
But sometimes you are being, you see, there's a part I won't mention because sometimes you mustn't do those things when you are in these platforms. You accuse parties and you name them because they don't have a right to reply. And if you are in these media houses, you are called. It's become fair. But you know, we know in KZN, there's a party that, if you look at its leadership, it's all thieves. But it's the one that says is going to take Omaspada and remove thieves. How will thieves remove people who are saying they are thieves? We know these people are thieves. Now, I think sometimes we are not pushing back on the propaganda and false narrative. Because sometimes voters, they vote because we don't contest false narrative that is said about this government. But remember, people at times when new parties come, they go in numbers. But as they realize, man, it's not, we're being sold something else here.
Yeah.
They start to come back.
Yazi into ngifuna ukuyichecka la ukuthi mhlawumbe uzovumelana nami. Is the ANC mhlawumbe suffering from a leadership ineptitude?
Not NC's got you see, let me tell you, NC's got it's got variety of leadership. You see, you can't believe. I still remember, when was it? I think it was 2023, if I remember very well. There was a journalist who asked me about there's a feeling that the ANC leadership is not educated. And then I said, what? And then when I looked at the officials that time, I realized, man, how can a medical doctor here, the late Tutu, can be said is uneducated? How can Kukusmelane with 2 law degrees can be said is uneducated? How can Sipho Hlomoga with master's degree can be said is uneducated? I'm just showing you.
Yeah.
You see, you got your advocate machine, but this is a belief that is not true. You see, NC's got a vast of leadership. In fact, it's got credible leadership.
Yazi ukuthi inishale yonto futhi.
Yeah.
even ithiwa ngathi niyafihla futhi ukuthi hey nayi leader yethu iyoyithola i-masters iyoyithola
Yeah, I think another-
andiphumeli ubani
Another-
niyiqhenye because the thing
Yeah.
i-motivates that young person
Yeah.
ukuthi i-education is still
Yes.
supreme
I-
but niyasaba up until amanye amaqembu elikhompyutha
Yeah.
nawo akwenze kube
Yeah,
fashionable.
for example, we find that in the course of the year, in various provinces and the national and regions, about more than 400 ANC leaders graduates for postgraduate qualification.
But why basaba?
But you find that one party will have 4 graduates and then it parades them,
Exactly.
and then people believe that these are the people that got educated people.
Yes.
I think those are the criticism that I think we must accept, that we are sometimes not doing well on things that they don't even demand money.
But
It's
to
like
our-
that when you graduate,
Yeah.
we must just go, all of us wear our gowns and then be with you to celebrate with you. People can see what they, because if you can say ANC people, they must wear our, let's say Thursday, every leader of the ANC must wear a gown. You will be shocked. Fuck.
Manje kube
These people are
nga-understandi ukuthi
educated,
the way engisaba ngayo kuba sengathi mhlampe ngikhumbula ngisafunda ongoye le nto yangicollapse yangiparalyze kahle usayishaya i-degree kodwa kuthiwe ama-degree ayathengwa uyabona le nto yangishanga loya nyaka le nto ukuthi ngiyafunda angakagraduate angakayitholi nomsebenzi kodwa sekuthiwa ama-degree ayathengwa don't you think ukuthi mhlawumpe abantu
But by the-
bacabanga ukuthi hayi man
by the way,
labantu bawathengile
leave that one. Let's say, for example, Nongoy, there was some stigma at some point about, of course, that degrees are bought and all those things and all that thing. Leave that thing. But even now, there are people who believe that if I did my degree in Wits, I'm better than
Yeah.
somebody who has done a degree in Otasulu and Nongoy. But evidence says something else.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. The 2 chief justices, the university that has produced 2 chief justices in this country is University of
Zulu.
Zulu.
Yeah, bon.
It has produced Zondo. It has produced Mokgolo.
Yeah, no ngiyamkhumbula uMokhongo.
Then
What
the best, amongst the best respected advocates, South African Mugabe is from Otasulu. But somebody's got a degree somewhere else, a law degree. He thinks, no, he's the best. He's got a best law degree. But when you go to evidence, degrees are the same. You see, at the end of the day, of course, yes, there will be variety of, but once you got the degree is the same. But it's the issue of narratives. That narratives, they give you, and you can even believe this thing. And I'm sure if people will start to, some of the people will be shocked that Raymond Zondo got his, he's a graduate from University of Zululand. They will be shocked that Mokhong is a graduate from University of Zululand. He's got a lot of professors and all that. It's narratives.
Yeah.
But now, in the era of social media, these narratives are becoming more problematic. And they will be more problematic in the era of AI. Because kule AI khona ngoku ungazibona nawe kuthiwa buhleli nami ngikunika imali eGoli. Uthi nawe uyazibheka uzidawuthe kwawena ukuthi hey engathi umnje lo until your daughter say tells you no man baba it's AI.
khona umuntu ensike yaba naye waye too smart kwakuthiwa uDumisani Makhaya. Ngaze abanye abantu noma official ukuthi uyi-propagandist or something. I don't know, I'm not saying, but abanye babe regard as that to say yabona le.
Oh no, let me tell
But
you.
ANC ngathi yalekha abantu abanjalo.
Let me tell you, you know how smart Ndebele is.
Usbu.
Ndebele? Yes, yes. You know how smart Ndebele is.
But you said we don't utilize him.
No, not that you utilize him. We utilize him in different areas.
Okay.
I'm just making an example. Which you are talking about Makai, which you are correct. But you know how smart is Ndebele. He's still alive. He's very smart. There are many smart people. For example, I will tell you something that you will be shocked. You know on governance. On governance. You know how smart Tomuga is? On governance. If you can take Hlomuga today, Hlomuga started to pay MEC of Education in the June 2024.
What about the Director General somehow?
No, he was appointed but he didn't take the post.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you, when Shomuka came to present in the PwC about the department, yes, that boy, the way that he will understand issues at a district level, in their totality, You know how smart Shomuka is in government. You see? Well, don't look at him when he speaks on TV.
Yeah.
That guy, his strength, he knows government. He knows government. Because that Department of Education is a huge department. It's got serious problems. But Shomuka is navigating with those problems. Because he's smart.
Yeah.
On government, he's so smart.
I know.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. Yes, if you check it, you're just to take Madlanga Commission. Because you want to abantu abaningi ababa implicated one or the other, they're from the Glorious Movement.
What do you mean from the Glorious Movement?
Yosemsholo ukuthi abathintekayo.
You mean all
It's
those
either
generals
Bama-
of the police are from ANC?
No, Semsholo ukuthi yeah, in a way most of them are sympathetic to the ANC.
How do you know? I don't
No,
know.
bayasho ukuthi sometimes umuntu vele becheck i-background yakhe lo muntu lo at the end of the I think bagcine benithiza
You mean there's a leader, there's a
bagcine-
member of parliament that has been implicated, I think, 2 days ago, yesterday. Is he from the ANC?
bagcine benithiza kanjalo na kwi-ad hoc committee. I think i-line of questioning yabanye ama-members befike abuze abantu, is he the member of the ANC? Or we find ukuthi ngempela this person abamquestionayo. You understand that? Sengisho angithi laphana kwi-ad hoc bazodlala nepolitiki, granted. Kodwa laphana kwi-ad hoc kuyimadlanga futhi still ikhona ilokhuzana ukuthi kuyavela ukuthi abanye bama-members
I will check. There are of course, ANC aligned people who are implicated in Madlanga. But in the majority of cases, those are pure public servants. Those are pure public servants, especially in the police. Those are pure public servants who are working with criminals and all that. Literally pure public servants. There are very few even politicians who are implicated in Madlanga. It's literally pure public servants who have just decided to be what they are.
So waqhamuka nento ethi
Of course, ANC will take a plan because it's in government.
Yeah.
It's a ruling party. It's been a ruling party for 30 years.
no, it's possible.
But I doubt it overall. It's not like Zondo. Remember, Zondo was more about politicians and all that. In Madlanga, it's pure public servants.
Akudlala.
And the rot is huge. The rot is huge. It's very huge.
Abanye bathi
That's why
KZN.
you remember when the president was announcing Madlanga, the people were saying, Nago, why you just have to fire Mkunuman and leave this Madlanga thing? I doubt they are still saying that now. Because they will not have feared what
Yeah,
was
no, true.
that's the advantage of President Ramaphosa. President Ramaphosa doesn't go with the wind. It takes time. He works like an anaconda. I think Vusi said this. You know Vusi He did explain how.
But you were once
He,
critical
work,
about Ramaphosa.
he works like an anaconda. When an anaconda turns you like this, it turns you like this, turns you like this, and then you can think this thing is taking time until it reaches you.
Yeah,
I think Madlanga Commission was the best decision he has ever made.
Okay, you happy ngayo.
Yeah, it's very good.
Abanye bayafisa ukuthi ize nase-KZN yazi. Angazi why, but ikhona that feeling.
No, they mustn't wish it must come to KZN. They are free to write to Madlanga Commission and alert what they think is there in KZN. Why is there? Remember, Madlanga is a national judicial commission. You don't need to come and sit in KZN in the Teguni City Council.
No, phela manje athi safocus emaphoyiseni,
No.
rotate emaphoyiseni.
Yeah, but you can write and say, Nami nginake
Okusho ukuphinde lokho Mtoli. Abana such messages are very
Yeah, you
important.
can write to the Madlanga
If ufuna
Commission.
iMadlanga Commission.
ayizokusuke easy.
Exactly. iphinde
Wena
la-
bhanga nje ubhalela imadlanga ukuthi nako nginako. Ngicela ukuthi nami ningibize. Affidavit yami.
So-
Ngizokusho lokho.
Yeah, not true. But yazi ngicabangani mhlawumbe sesiphethe nje inkulumo yethu because of isikhathi.
Yeah.
Khona leso siphetha uyisha khona ukuthi hayi i-leader ye-MK izoboshwa beyifika la ukuthi as understand ukizwe kahle siyafuna uku-understand lezi zinto beniyikhuluma kwesinye isikhathi igcina zilati ngoba umithe i-fugitive.
Hey, Albert Diniwe. Ucishe bangishaya.
Exactly. Yini ayikwenza
I know how they I know how they react. I was just spoiling their blood and their image. Remember, sometimes social media you become serious and become
Yeah.
casual. That's what social media is all about. But on a serious note, I think I doubt what MK people, they don't see the wrongness of their president. I doubt they don't see. I think they are just ignoring facts before them. Yabo le ukuthi uye entweni utsoyibona uthi kodwa hayi kuhlehle emva ngisahlehli angifele la.
Yeah.
I think they are in that state now. Listen, as a former head of state, one thing you can not do is to go and meet a fugitive. And you say, waxoshwa umnganami, kangisebenza naye. Bamxoshwa ngoba bengathanda ayizenza ezweni. Ngisafuna ukubuya ngizophatha. Sho ukuthi uzobuya naye futhi. Sho ukuthi these billions azitshontsha, uzafuna azitshontshe even more. I feel that sometimes it doesn't care about South Africans. Yeah, I feel sometimes it literally care very less. Because let me tell you, there's something you guys, I think when we meet, I will get facts. People, they will accuse Zondo Commission of not having acted. For example, they are starting to compare Zondo Commission and Madlang.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what they are missing the point. Of course, I may agree with them. Not their criticism is not far-fetched, all unjustified on the certain results that was anticipated on Zondo Commission. I know it's more about arrest and all that thing, especially the so-called profile cases. But they are ignoring one fact. The billions that Zondo Commission has recovered to the state. Billions of rands. You remember a company called, I think it was Trillion or something?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But there's a company that retained 500 million, was paid 500 million. That Narengas, but I didn't just for that. But the money that has been recovered by Matlanga Commission is billions of rands. It was not going to be recovered. The money was vanished. While the arrests are not been there. Now you got Matlanga. Matlanga has made arrest, but has not yet recovered money. You see that this commission Matlanga has made arrest and it's still going to make a lot of arrests, you can see. But they have not yet recovered money. Zondo has not made arrests as we anticipated, but Zondo has recovered money. I think also that's why the criticism, you must also blame us, which we must take ourselves. We have not told the people on at least monthly basis how much Zondo has recovered from the money that was stolen from their hands. The people of South Africa.
No, true. Kuyazwakala. But le recycling ebuyiqhumile lapha ka ANC idalwa yini? Ngenze ngathi manje khona ama leaders abuya ignore.
What do you mean recycling?
Yazi ngibone Ayanda Dlodlo usuke lapha be director something somewhere like I think there's into so and but bese kuvela I post le ka ambassador eFrance kulandwa yena ngabona no Dina Pool futhi bengithi mhlambe esuke sibone nabanye abantu beveza iskills sabo understand but manje kuyosukelwa abantu akade bekhona kudala ngazi mhlambe performance yabo or why.
Says I'm sure ukuthi you love your life. I'm sure if I'm 100% you love your life so much. I'm sure if you have an opportunity to hire a driver, you want to hire somebody who's got a driver's license. You'll hire somebody who he has driven someone. I'm 100% sure. When you look at drivers, you will get to say, he never made accidents. You won't just take any guy in the township who's got a driver's license because you know. Then the issue of experience becomes important. You see, I always say sometimes what sometimes young people that when I speak with the youth league leaders, remember I'm from the youth league.
Yeah, I know.
When I speak with them, sometimes they always say, "But when we don't support us, who are from us?" No, but I must also be responsible. What you know, Mina, when I became a mayor in Kokstad, you know why I did very well. It's because when I came in, I was coming from the youth league, but my advantage is that I was in local government from 2004 up until 2007. I had 3 years experience in local government. Now, and when I came back, the NCT, they knew that they could make me a mayor, but they said, because it's the first time to become a councillor, they made me a deputy mayor. Then I have to overlearn from someone who has been a councillor, from my mayor, who was a mayor in 2011, was a councillor in 2006. He was a second term and I was the first one. When I came in as a mayor, now I knew the municipality in totality. Then experience is very important. You see.
Ngathi ibambile nencwadi futhi.
I'm not sure, but experience is very important. Then we must make sure that we don't rush. Then if these issues of foreign missions posed, you don't just take someone. You take someone who has been there. So Anders Lodge has been part of this thing. To SA, he appointed Rofmeyer. And then you can see that he's starting to do a lot of work because of his experience. Because sometimes we have to tell people about you have to send people to people whom they will trust. There's a saying that says, never mind the message. What about the messenger? Never mind the message. Mina nawe singahamba siye einsizweni zake hostela soke zingasilaleli. Kufika uphakela umthakazi imbalele phakela umthakazi. Because umphakela umthakazi sibe sikhere the same message. Sifike nje kuzona sikhuluma same message sisithuke sisixoxe. Kufika uphakela umthakazi asho same message ithi amandla wafika uphakela umthakazi because it's a messenger. It's got nothing to do with the message. They want the message and they trust the message.
It's the message that counts. Yazi ngifuna ukuthi sivale nje ngeinto ezincane mhlambe ngicabanga ukuthi uyayithanda or awuyithanda mhlambe bengibuza uzosho ukuthi hayi lo noma lo. Only answer nje bengithi mhlambe Chiefs or Pirates oyithandayo.
Hawu. Ngipha wadlala manje. Awuyazi.
Mandela.
Usuthi awungiboni bakipha ngapha.
No, what's ngi Chiefs angiba blindfolded bengibona abantu be-Pirates yabo angingi.
No ngipha ngapha.
Kuyibhakabhaka. Mandela or Tambo.
What do you mean Mandela or Tambo?
Cha umupho ubona ukuthi lo wayephethe la leadership leadership qualities lewo ubona ukuthi ungahambisana naye ngoba phela abafana ngithi.
No, you're making a huge mistake. Huge mistake. You see, when those Mandela and Tambo and Walter Sisulu, by the way, they always say this. Walter Sisulu was the great leader than Tambo and Mandela. Is that he has never been a president of the ANC? No. Was a great leader, great thinker. In fact, Mandela, there's a time and he joked, ngangangiboshe mina ngangithatha advice. Mandela ngathi somebody advised him ukuthi, hey well, don't follow Walter Sisulu, you got to be arrested. This guy is gonna make you arrested. And Mandela was making that joke with me. Walter, because I was warned. You follow Walter, you will go to jail. Now Walter was in the background, in the thing. But what is good about Mandela and Tambo? That's why we can't compare the two and say you choose this and the other.
So it's unfair.
We are very. No leader of the ANC can answer that question. It would be. I don't know how we will answer it. Remember, these are the guys who came when they were youth. They changed the course of the ANC in the 1940s. Literally, they changed the course of the ANC. The ANC was an ANC of petitions and all that. These guys came in. They tried to speak with the president of the ANC at that time, who didn't listen. They started to remove him. They put their own person who agreed with their program of action. They developed a program of action. They took over the ANC through Walter Sisulu in 1949. You see, they took over the ANC, and then they started seriously mass defiance campaign, Congress of the People, armed struggle, 1956 Women's March, up to 1980s. They changed the course of history altogether. You see, now they deputized each other. You see, one was the president, one was deputy.
Yeah.
Now these guys, you can't compare them. They are the same. They are the same.
It's either we fight or we submit. We submit or fight.
Those were great leaders. But Mandela's advantage is that he became head of state. He became the first democratically elected president. That's what makes him advantage. But there's something you must notice. Go to any ANC conference, sit down, especially at a provincial level, any province in South Africa. You just sit down there. Just watch when they sing, those ANC people. When you are a foreigner, you will think Tambo is a president.
Yeah.
You will think he's alive.
Yeah.
It goes back to what Mandela said when Tambo's funeral. He said, while the ANC lives, Tambo will never die. You remember that story? If you go to ANC conference, ANC people will sing about Tambo as if Tambo is alive.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
refused to
know.
die. Yeah? Then Tambo and Mandela, and then Mandela was also, because Mandela was I always say these people of Mandela, I think God had a plan about them. He just sent them to earth to have a plan about these people. Because why Mandela would involve the IFP in national government when they won with 63%. And they will work with Mtwana Kapindangene. Yeah, we got serious tensions.
Bangasi
No,
reconciliation.
but we have a serious tensions with the IFP here. But Mandela will not be guided by our emotions in KZN. Would be guided by a broader national reconciliation project. He will work and they remain friends until they made them separated. Because these guys were thinking, seeing things that we don't see some of us with our naked eyes.
So bongaphandle I mean Mr. Mtolo, let's say uprefera ukudla kwakuphi, restaurant or umuntu othanda ukudla okuphekwe endlini? No,
I
general
normally eat boiled
question.
food. I don't like. I do go to a restaurant, but I prepare boiled food. I remember eat boiled food. I don't eat spicy food. I eat
Okay.
boiled food.
Bowuhamba utravela kanjani? Uyobuka i-pirate lapha, uyaflya economy or business class or uphumela ngaphandle?
I've never.
Usuka
I don't remember when I was in the business class. I was going to overseas. I was in China. When I went to China, I went to business class. I think.
Wena number no SG.
Yeah, no, before. It was 20. Remember, my SG trip was the second trip. My first trip was in 2015.
Okay.
With provincial secretaries, but there's a team that was set up here. Me and Nomakuku were part of that team.
Okay.
That were representing KZN.
Usahlala kwi-Grahamstown?
What do you mean?
Buyobuka yona i-Pirates ke uhambo
I
uyohlala nabamasis.
normally don't go to stadiums. I like when I watch slow motion because more stadium they're dead. Usakhuluma lapha naligege ibhola yabo. I normally go. I think Pirates ngisayibukele once. Yeah, ngisayibukele once. Stadium. It was playing with Sundowns.
Yeah.
It was playing Sundowns. I think it was MTN 8 or what. Yeah, I was in the stadium. But that was the first time I went to stadium to watch Pirates. I watched Pirates on TV.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched Pirates on TV. But in my home were all my families were supporting Pirates. My brother, my younger brother, I Chiefs. Yo.
Sisonke naye ngicabanga ukuthi Mr. Mtolo besiyivala nje abantu bakhumbule ukubuka ithoughts yakho lapha ku-social media la uveza khona imibono yakho uhlelo khona and futhi manje soon and very soon i-podcast is loading isazobona into engicabanga ukuthi izosiza kakhulu ekutheni i-disseminate i-information abantu bazi nge-AIDS because bethathe for granted sifu siyazi ngathi asazi kwesinye isikhathi. Asibuke kakhulu Mr. Mtolo ngesikhathi sakho, yazi kube yintokozo ukuthi sihlale nawe.
No, thanks Butwan, thanks. God bless you.
Thank you. Don't you dare do what I wouldn't do. If you do it, please take pictures.